Following the opening day loss to the Pirates, in which we couldn't even muster a run despite getting nearly as many hits as they did, we fell to 0-2 to the Pirates, losing 7-2, where we gave up 3 walks to Brian Hayes. Brian Reynolds drove in 4 of the 7 runs, and offensively, there just wasn't much going on. Marte got an RBI, Stephenson got an RBI, despite the fact, again, we got nearly as many hits as they did. We're going to be offensive inept for like the entire season. Pitching wise, we're fine. Hunter Green is good, Lodolo is good. The other pitchers are they're probably going to be more hit and miss. But judging by the calendar, because of the new scouting system in MLB The Show 23, Sunday, so it's time to set our scouting. And I've messed with this as far as in just messing around with the scouting, and I figured some things out that I didn't previously know before. For one, pay attention to your priorities, 1, 2, and 3. Pay attention to what you get with those priorities, and pay attention to, once I actually assign scouts to where they need to be, towards the bottom, pay attention to who is doing what. It'll really help you out a lot. Nonetheless, we have $12.44 million in which to spend. Our positional needs, we need everything. We need every damn thing. We're old at first. We're kind of up there in age at shortstop. Ellie De La Cruz is not up yet. I'm sure he'll be up before we even reach the halfway point of the season, just given I'm thinking how bad our offense is going to be, and I'm going to want to inject some life into this offense, into this team. We're pretty much below 20 in every positional ranking except catcher, first base, and closer. Only reason why we ain't that low is because Alexis Diaz is actually Edwin Diaz's cousin. Now, the good thing is, on a week-to-week basis, as there are 14, I am going to change up what positions we need to improve because, as you can see, we need a lot of help. So I think I'm going to start with starting pitcher because I can't just go out there with 2 starters. Catcher is fine. India is fine. Maybe some outfield help couldn't be bad. We'll start with the corner outfield. Again, we need help all over the place. All 3 of our scouts are good at something, and I spoke too soon. Manny Oliveros actually isn't that good, and unfortunately, I can't back out of scouting to sign a new scout, so we're stuck with him probably till the end of the year, or really, realistically, I'm probably stuck with him until I'm done with this screen. I think I'm going to keep him just for the rest of the year, just for realism's sake. You're not going to fire a scout at the beginning of the year. He ain't even did nothing yet. But with that being said, Reynaldo Hill and Matt Nielsen both are very good at discovery. So we're at the very least going to be able to spread our talents across the league and across the world to at least find a lot of guys. Whether they'll be able to really scout them all that well is a whole nother story. Both scouts are good at scouting pitchers. Neither are that good with position players. Manny Oliveros happens to be the best at that, and that's a damn shame. Efficiency-wise, Reynaldo Hill and Matt Nielsen are both solid to good. And again, Oliveros is a warm body. You never know. Maybe he'll find somebody. I don't know. Maybe when he does find somebody, his ratings will go up. I would hope that'd be something for scouts to be able to do. Somehow, some way, we ended up with 2 first-round picks. I'm going to assume one of them is a competitive balance pick for some reason, though I don't remember the Reds really losing anybody in free agency. We also have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th round picks. So it's smart for us to scout around the pick where we're at because in baseball, obviously, you cannot make trades on picks without like a really extreme exception. I don't remember what it is, but it's like a really obscure rule that you can trade them, but specific circumstances have to apply. If the draft would have happened today and it followed just the big board rankings, we'd end up with Joe Bingham, who, despite the fact he's 21, that man looked older than me. Like, his beard is like out there. I don't think he's 21. Somebody check his birth certificate. But overall wise, he looks like he's probably going to be solid overall. Potential wise, he could be anywhere from good to iconic. 21-year-old junior from Minnesota. And again, we don't know where his attributes are going to fall in line, but they're tight enough for a guy at 21 years old. If he were 18, this would probably range anywhere from like the 80s to the 40s or the 30s. With the 37th pick, they'd have us taking Raul Mateo, who 18 years old. Again, very high potential could be possible. He could also be an absolute bust. Overall, can range anywhere from 44 to 78. And it's going to take a bit before you figure out what's up with him. He doesn't have a bonus demand, which is good, but of course we don't know if that's true or not. Stamina not that high, 14 to 48. Looks like he's got an arm. Might have pretty good per-9s. So it's completely plausible we take a reliever in the first round. I'm not against doing so if it's something we seem to need, though I would definitely more likely lean towards starting pitching and position players. In the second round, they have us taking Adam Torres, who is 21 years old. Potential ranges from about a C to a low A. And overall ranges from what is, I think, like an F to a C, which is fine. His potential usually is the vehicle towards how a guy actually plays out. It seems to look like he could have good contact and average power with some good vision and discipline. Third baseman, though, I was thinking I would just have Ellie De La Cruz there, but this is MLB draft where, to be honest, you just take as many good players as possible. Lastly, at the 78th pick, they've got us taking off the big board Terrence Britton, a catcher, 20 years old, looks like a JUCO guy. Potential ranges from 64 to 88, overall from 49 to 73. Looks like he's a power catcher bat with some, if not decent, very good fielding, and really not a whole lot much else. I mean, he's a catcher, let's be honest, from Canada, so say what up to Toronto, but we're done with that series. He could be the Canadian replacement we need to replace Mr. Joey Votto, especially if he plays first. Who knows? Scouting priorities for week 1 are going to be as follows. Hill and Nielsen, they're both going to take care of trying to find some new prospects, and it looks like they'll have up to 4 players discovered per week in each of them. And I believe that is just based off their discovery rating only. So if you're in the 90s, I think you'll be able to get 4. If you're anywhere in the 80s, you might get 3, and so on and so forth. As far as scouting a specific position, scout in center field. Senzel is fine. I think he's playing center. But, we gained some interest, a very little bit of interest, and some 5% scouting in the week. I think that is enough. Let's jump into some games. After simulating the 3rd game of the season, it looks like we picked up our first victory of the year. Again, we pretty much neck and neck as far as hits. We did get a run in the 3rd and ended up having to eke out the victory despite Connor Joe's 3 hits and 2 hits from Brian Hayes. They couldn't muster a run across. And that run came from Mr. Jonathan Indy with his solo shot in the 3rd inning. So, able to pick up the first victory. Graham Ashcraft had 10 Ks. That's good to see. And he won 8 innings, so we didn't really stress out that bullpen too much. For some, having less divisional matches means that apparently divisional matchups don't mean as much. Nope, they mean even more because everyone is going to count even more. We take on the Chicago Cubs, who have made a decent amount of moves this offseason. One of our few All-Stars last year, Tyler Stephenson, and you see one of them there for the Cubs, Cody Bellinger, former MVP. He has kind of fallen off a cliff in the past several years. Luis Cessa is going to be the man on the mound, former New York Yankee reliever turned starter. And you know what? He didn't have a bad season last year, but I don't think his offense helped him. So, first batter he's going to face is Nico Horner, batting .308 last year, and fly ball to left field. Friedel has played, honestly, a solid left field thus far. Makes the catch. All right, starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs: Horner, Happ, Swansby picked up in free agency. Patrick Wisdom returns. Tristan Morrell plays DH. Rios Mancini signed in free agency. Yan Gomes and Cody Bellinger. Batting number 9. Damn, how the mighty have fallen. Here's Happ, 167 average. He's going to hit it to left field. And listen, Friedel's gotten a decent amount of play out there. You never know if he might be in the running for a Gold Glove. We shall see. All right, Dansby Swanson, former Atlanta Brave, signed, I think, like a 7-year, $180 million deal. Honestly, wasn't exactly sure what the Cubs were doing. I didn't know if they were rebuilding or what because listen, the past couple years, they have been absolutely ridiculous, letting guys go, and you know what? Maybe it's for the better. Dansby Swanson has an automatic double after it bounces over the wall. Patrick Wisdom, ground ball to Newman. Newman going to fire to first, and he's going to erase Swanson off the base paths. All right, starter for the Cubs is going to be Drew Smiley. 7-8 last season, 3.47 ERA. Yeah, the Cubs could make the playoffs. It's not likely given how strong the NL West is. Fun fact, Fernando Tatis is not on this roster, so unfortunately we will not see him unless I decide to create him or something, because I don't feel like starting over. So he's out of the league, whatever. The Padres would be fine. They're still stacked. Trey Mancini batting 100, ground ball to India. India tossed to Newman. Newman back to Votto. That was an easy double play, erasing both runners off the base paths. Joey Votto getting his first at-bat here in the second inning, batting .091, and it's going to drop even lower. 12-6 curveball means you got to sit your ass down. Will Myers batting .455. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a hit here for the two-seamer, but he will be safe after the throw kicks in the dirt. Low throw by Swanson, starting off the season not too well with his first fielded ball. Smiley, you see there, showing some teeth. Newman at the plate. Oh, a swing and miss at 12-6. Oh, my goodness. He is just going to make sure it's time for us to sit down the entire game, isn't he? Spencer Steer. 2 home runs last season, 8 RBIs. Didn't play a ton, but he will see a decent amount of time unless he starts to really struggle. And he takes the 12-6 back up the middle for a base hit. He does play third. R.E.D. De La Cruz is in Double-A, and you will see him later on in this episode. In the meantime, Noelvi Marte, who was acquired last season alongside Edwin Arroyo, Levi Stroud, and a couple other guys, which, damn, I didn't realize that graphic was going to move so fast. But he's got an opportunity of driving his first RBI of his career. I thought he actually played in Seattle, but he did not. Will Myers, Spencer Steer, first and second. 0-1, fly ball to right field, and unfortunately, it's going to be caught. Ian Happ makes the catch, and that's not Ian Happ. I don't know who that is. I'm going to shut up. Anyways, Yan Gomes stepping up to the plate, catcher, replacing Wilson Contreras. And he's going to get a base hit off a slider in the right field, giving the Cubs a runner on the base paths. Can they advance him as the number 9 hitter, a former MVP? This is absolutely disrespectful. I know he hasn't hit very well the past 2 seasons, but come on. Ooh, slider. Gets Bellinger to check, but he needs to check his eyeballs because that apparently was good enough for the umpire to call him out on strikes. Ian Happ is going to hit a ball to left field. Friedel can't scoop it. Throws to second, then to third. Oh, not in time. That is some really aggressive base running. They now runners at the corners and are 90 feet away from a run as Dansby Swanson steps up 1-for-1 thus far. Hits it to center, but unfortunately it's going to have a little bit too much hang time, and that'll end the third inning. All right, jumping ahead, Jonathan India. 2 runners on, nobody out. He also was coming off a pretty terrible year last year, let's be honest. The entire team was bad. Ground ball to first. Oh, the ball overthrown. Swanson, geez Louise, the runner comes around third and is going to score. That is a run-scoring error. No RBI credited to India. Ooh, wow. Did he not plant his feet? I'm not sure. Stephenson has an opportunity to drive in a run. Ground ball to second. Toss to Swanson. Swanson gets it back to first. Runner will advance to third. The Reds are 90 feet away from a second run, but there are 2 away, so it will have to be a successful base hit or some kind of fluky on-base thing. Of course, they call on Joey Votto to do the job. One of the better hitters in baseball the past 15 years. Fly ball to center field. It's going to hang up a bit too long as it is caught by Cody Bellinger in center. If anything, Bellinger plays a great center field. Also, plays first base if you ever really wanted him to. I don't think the Cubs will go that right, but you never know. Patrick Wisdom shows that he was too dumb to swing at that pitch. striking out on the slider. Christopher Morel playing DH. I could have sworn they would have stuck him in the outfield, and that's back-to-back punch-outs as Sessa has got that slider working. Back to the Reds offense. Noelvi Marte gets another opportunity to drive in a run. This time with one out. Down 2-2. Oh, and he is going to watch a curveball. Jeez Louise. Drew Smiley. I think that's his fourth strikeout via that 12-6 curveball, and it just kisses the forehead of the zone. What, another look, just like tap the kneecap. Friedel was on deck and Jake Freely at the plate, and he is going to work the walk. So 2 outs, bases loaded. TJ Friedel has never gotten a hit in his career with the bases loaded. He is 0 for 10 in his career. 1-2 pitch. Oh, cutter outside corner. Great veteran pitch by Drew Smiley. He's able to erase everybody off the base paths as we go into the 5th inning, up by 1. All right. Sessa. Oh, high fly ball off the fastball, hit the left. Friedel makes the running catch near the wall. Again, he plays a pretty good outfield. His bat isn't all the way there all the time, but we shall see. Bellinger says, listen, you might bat me number 9, but that's for a reason. The bottom of the lineup needs some spark. And he is able to do so, tying the ball game up on his 2nd long ball of the season, as he absolutely just punished a sinker that had no business being that high in the zone. 381 feet. He will score. Nico Horner coming to the plate. Sessa is going to continue to pitch. Ahead 0-2, and circle change hit to India. India has to retrieve it on the outfield grass. Makes the throw, end of the 5th. India gets on with a single. Tyler Stephenson flies out. Votto drives him in from first. And now it's time to see if Will Myers can give us yet another run. So we pull into the latter half of this ball game. 90th pitch from Smiley. He is going to get hit deep to right center field at the track. Nobody is there. It's going to get out of here. The Reds extend that lead, as a matter of fact, to 4-1. Will Myers' first long ball of the year. You'll love to see it because, listen, it can't just be the Votto and India and Stephenson show. Like, everybody's got to come to this. And listen, to be honest, this is not a very strong division. Now, the Cubs are much improved, and the Brewers are there, so I probably can't say how good this team is just yet until we play everybody in the division. And it looks like they're going to replace Drew Smiley with a reliever. That is going to be Hayden Wisniewski. Had played 1 game last season, 2 innings, and oh my goodness, righties are hitting 600 against him. Make that even higher as Kevin Newman gets on. Steer gets on with a single, and now Noelvi Marte, for the 3rd time this game, gets an opportunity to drive in a run. Is he ever going to get his first RBI? Of course he's going to, but he's just got to come through. Just get a nice bat on ball. 2-2, oh, swing and a miss. Fastball tailing away from him, 92 miles an hour. He cannot connect. Moving forward, looking at this, and yeah, I don't know if he was looking for anything or he was under the pressure of a 2-strike count. Jake Freely, full count, is jammed on a 4-seam fastball, hit into shallow left field, and Swanson will make the catch. Calling off the left fielder, Ian Happ stepping up as the Cubs look to try to get back on the board, and Luis Sessa, oh man, pelts him in the elbow. It wasn't intentional, but this is a divisional game, so I don't know how he feels about Chicago, the north side in general. Dansby Swanson hits a smoke shot all the way to left field. Is it going to stay fair? It does. It caroms off the top 1/3 of that foul pole for a home run. Speaking of Chicago, I do run a White Sox franchise that I do live, that I will be doing live multiple times a week. Y'all should check that out, sub to the channel, good stuff. Anyhow, about this game, oh yeah, just fair. Honestly, when I was playing this, I thought that was foul, but there's not like anything, not like I can do anything about it, let's be honest. Wisdom, ooh, a hanging slider that he really should have punished, but it's going to be a fly out to center field. Morel, 2-2, check, swing? I guess he swung. Oh, well, we'll count it. And another one on a circle change. Outside corner, Luis Cesar working. The strikeout pitch there, Joe Kuno. Check swing. The umpires are calling it. That ball gets barely parallel. You're getting called for a strike. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Kuno. Cody Bellinger gets another shot. Hit a long ball, and this time it's going to be a ball hit the short. Newman, jump throw. You are not Derek Jeter. He's just not going to be able to make the play. Fly ball by Horner, and this should get us out of the 7th. Myers makes the catch, and we have a very slim lead, 4-3. We're going to change pitchers and go to Alexi Diaz here in the 9th inning, cousin of Edwin Diaz. And if I had thought about it, I would have played the trumpets. But he never really ran out of the bullpen, so it is what it is. First batter he faces Edwin Rios, a low pop-up to steer. He makes the catch. And Rios is very disappointed. I mean, he hasn't had the best of the day, let's be honest. Trey Mancini coming to the plate. He's ahead 2-0, former Oriole, former Astro, all of which were last year. Ball hit the center field. Myers is going to actually just get behind it, and that is very smart as he saved a base. Saved probably the game, to be honest. Yan Gomes strikes out inside fastball. 96 miles an hour on the radar gun. Now, last chance for the Cubs. Fastball in there, strike number 1. Big-time matchup between a up-and-coming closer and a former MVP. Fastball outside corner, not going to connect. Bellinger is 2 for 3. Slider. It's fouled off. Alexi does throw 2 fastballs, 4 and a 2-seam and a slider. 1-2. Not going to be. Listen, Bellinger's tall. You just can't be throwing it that high. 2-2. Inside fastball gets him the strikeout, and the Reds get their divisional victory 4-3, closing it out in the late going. Let's push on to see what else is going to happen this week for the Reds. We're on a winning streak. We won the last 3 games, including the 4-2 victory against the Cubs. Let's see how that played out. We got 3 RBIs from the vet, Joey Votto, 2 for 3 in today's game. He really was almost the entire offense. Newman also got himself an RBI. Votto hit 2 dingers. Votto drove in 3 again. Pitching wise, Williamson got 4 walks, but struck out 6, only giving up 2 to give us the victory. Diaz gets his 3rd straight save. Cubs had the lead here in the top of the 9th, up 1. Stephenson at the plate. We do have 1 away. If the postseason is truly our goal, we are going to have to win, by pulling games out even late, even down by 1. Tyler Stephenson already has a homer. Can he give us another to tie the ball game here in the late going? Broxberger has other thoughts. Fastball outside corner for strike number 1. Congratulations to Kyle Schwarber. 200 home runs is nothing to sniff at. Shane Bieber doing Shane Bieber things. Ground ball back to Boxberger. He's going to fire to first. And unfortunately, we are 1 out away from taking the L. Cubs do have 10 hits, which has contributed to 3 runs on the board. Will Myers coming to the plate. He's 2 for 10, does have a long ball. First pitch, swing over the top of a fastball. Nolan Arenado gets his 300th home run. It seems like a day of milestones. Myers, gonna lay off the fastball high and outside. Good idea. Kershaw turning back the clock, getting 10 Ks, and Myers hits this one deep to left field. That is a circle change. Oh my goodness, it is out of here. We have tied the ball game at 3 apiece. We can walk it off, so we can get another long ball. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. His 2nd home run of the game, and I think the 2nd in as many games. The guy's gonna dap him up. Makes sense. Yeah, that circle change caught literally all of the plate. And it's so slow, you got plenty of time to swing at it. And Myers makes him pay. Benson is on deck. Benson will play as needed. Friedel takes the 3-0 pitch for strike number 1. Not much of a power threat, not much of a clutch guy. Fastball fouled off. Okay. I'd just like you to get on base so that we can get somebody else up. And slider, oh man, come on. That's one you gotta punish it, even if you don't hit it out. Like, get it in the gap. 3-2. Too high. And you know what? Getting on base is just as good as working a walk. Wait. Sorry. Getting on base is... Getting a walk is just as good as getting a hit. In, on base theory. Benson hits this one deep to center field. And, wow, Bellinger barely moved. We're going to get some free baseball. Extra innings rule in effect. Y'all know how I feel about this. Check swing by Morel. And, the ball kicks off of Stephenson's foot, I think. Rolls almost. If it rolled to the damn dugout, we'd have scored. 90 feet away. Can get out of this? Strikeout. Circle changeup right down the middle. Morel had thoughts of other pitches, and he just could not connect. Edwin Rios, 3 for 4 today. Pops it up into first base foul territory. Votto. Wait, sorry. That's not Votto. That's Luke Mail. Okay. I didn't know he was playing. I forget we have like 3 catchers on this roster. And he can play first, so good for him. Trey Mancini. Again, it's only 90 feet away. Ahead 2-0. And a cutter does its job, sawing off the bat. And DeBart is able to field it going at the Mail. And that is the end of the 10th. Wow. They got a guy 90 feet away and just could not capitalize. All they had to do was get one airborne for real. All right, extra innings rule in Noel V. Marte. He said last game he needed to get his first RBI. Well, he didn't then, and he's got an opportunity now, and the rules are in his favor. Ooh, fastball right down the ding-dong. You have to swing at that, my guy. You have to. Like, bat on ball, advance to runner to third at the very least. And that pitch is going to be a ball. Rowan Wick, former outfielder who's now a pitcher, a relief pitcher at that, warming up just in case they need him for some more extra innings work. Martin hits this to right field. It is going to bounce down. Ian Happ throwing it in, and the Reds are going to take this one 4-3. I feel like that's about the only way we win is if we win 4-3, but that is okay. Noel V gets his first RBI. Benson crosses the plate. Reds win. That is all that matters. I love this. Even if it looks kind of cheesy, I love it. All right, another critical situation. We gotta prevent this. We gotta prevent them from walking it off. Let's be real. Tie ball game. Raver, San Martin, 2 runners on. Josh Harrison at the plate. Let's at least get it to the 10th. The defending National League champs are trying to pull out a victory. Remember, they are missing Bryce Harper and Rhys Hoskins. That did happen to injure him in time. Raver San Martin on the mound. Pitching to Josh Harrison. He's going to hit it to his own defensive position. India fires the first, and we will at least get out of the 9th. But we got some free baseball. We won't be able to walk it off just because of the simple fact we bat in the top of the inning. Matt Strom going to come out of the bullpen. 667 batting average against for lefties. Aaron Judge, congratulations on your 500th career RBI. I don't know why I thought it said home run. You've hit a lot last year, but you're going to hit 500 home runs. Fly ball to second, and the runner from second will have to retreat, as we'll have to try again with Kevin Newman. 0-1 pitch, and this ball's going to hit the left field deep. It is going to get out of here. Kevin Newman gives us a 2-run lead. A guy not known for his power, but we will take any power we can get. Are we contending? No. Let's not. We aren't even 10% through, 20% through the season. Like, come on. We are not contenders yet. Okay, it's going to take a lot more convincing for this team to be a playoff team. Let's be honest. All right, Jonathan India at the plate, and he is going to fly out. A double by Stephenson and a ground out will end the inning. Trey Turner at the dish. Josh Harrison now on second. Reliever San Martin, a setup man. Usually, he is our lowest rated reliever, but I mean, hey, he's got some upside. 1-2. Ooh, swing and a miss, getting the table setter down. Trey Turner, and we're gonna go to Alexis Diaz to finish this one off. 3 saves in 3 opportunities in 3 innings with 3 strikeouts. Righties are batting .333 through 3 games. Whew. I can breathe now. All right, Kyle Schwarber, NL leader in home runs last year, is going to strike out. Fastball inside. That is a big-time guy to set down. Because if he blasts one out, that ball might literally go to the moon. And Nick Castellanos, who was famous, well, was famous for hitting that home run when that dumbass Reds broadcaster said, he said some stupid shit, let's be honest. Nick Castellanos, ground ball up the middle. Harrison is going to score from second. Damn, bro, you could have hustled to that ball a little better. Jeez. Hustle to the ball. Hustle to the ball. Like, come on. Like, even if you know they're going to score, like, at least make it look like you're trying, dog. Derek Hall, replacement for Reese Hoskins due to the ACL tear. Yes, I injured him. I injured him, let's be honest. Alexis Diaz, can he get out of this 1-2 count? Oh, man, wow, he really just sat there and watched that? I can't believe that. You got to swing even if it's close, man. Anyways, we pick up yet another victory. 3-2 in this one. Newman, the player of the game, 2 for 5, driving in those 2 runs in that clutch hit in the 10th. All right, Nick Lodolo is going to miss a little bit of time. Really, like, none. Stretch your core out, bro. Stretch your core out. That is 5 games in a row. I don't get it for winning. I mean, it's early in the season. You never know how things can play out. We're going to take a look at our top prospect, Ellie De La Cruz, down in AA. One of our top prospects, Ellie De La Cruz, finds himself down in AAA. It was AA. Oh, man, I can't. It's AAA, I think. Doesn't matter. These are his attributes. Solid hitter. Just needs to work on the vision, clutch, discipline. Good fielder and very good speed. We could see him at some point this season. Ground ball in his first pro baseball appearance is going to be a double play. Unfortunately, 6'4", We'll check him out on defense. Trey Cabbage with an interesting food name. Ground ball to short, his right-hand side. And what the... Bro. You know what I realized? I never changed the throw mapping to fielder. So, unfortunately, that is on me. And somehow, that was not an error on him. Like, I try to have these things set up before I jump into games. You will see some player lot games for the Major League Reds team. You'll also see some minor league games here because you know what, we got to look at some of the prospects, and it looks like De La Cruz is going to be able to redeem himself with a pop-up, so we won't have to bother throwing at anybody as the Chattanooga Lookouts are down by 1 here in the second. And Jeremiah Jackson. Again, we're facing the Rocket City Trash Pandas, the greatest minor or second greatest minor league name of all time. Hit to the pitcher, back to Cruz. Cruz fires the first. Woo! He's got the arm, throws it to first just in time to get the final out of the inning. Second plate appearance for Cruz, and he's going to hit this one to left field. Is he going to be in the gap? It's not. Damn, that center fielder running that one down, showing off his speed and his glove at the same time. Third plate appearance. We got a run in scoring position, but there are 2 away in a 2-2 ball game with 2 outs. Top of the 4th, Cruz is 0-4, 58th pitch from Kai Bush. And he chases a changeup that while it was high, it was outside. I don't think he was looking for a changeup. Might have been looking for a fastball. Just can't capitalize. Another defensive opportunity. We are down by 4. 2 runners on. Ground ball pretty much right at De La Cruz. He's going to go to short with a second. That'll end the 5th. Will De La Cruz get a hit in his pro baseball appearance? Yes, minor leagues are pro baseball. Let's be honest. You get drafted, you're playing technically pro baseball. They're paying you for it, you're pro. Fastball going to get hit to center field, and unfortunately that center field is going to make the catch. Don't think he'll get another plate appearance. As we'll see him on defense, and Adrian Placencia, ground ball. De La Cruz has a charge and a fire to first, and ooh, a little low throw. Almost, dude, you almost tore the groin of your freaking first baseman. Come on, get that ball up there. Throw it at, torso height. So he will get a 5th plate appearance. 2 runners on, nobody out. And Cutter going to get hit to center field, and damn, that is a horrible way to start your pro baseball career. 0-for-5, unless somebody proves otherwise. And the Rocket City Trash Pandas are going to get the victory. They are the minor league affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Orange County of California, the west coast of the Pacific Ocean. Ramirez, player of the game. And we're going to waste no damn time. All right, we're jumping into the next damn game. Jeez, come on, producers. What are y'all doing out here to me? All right, we face the Phillies yet again. We're 5-2 this season. So listen, let's not get our hopes up, okay? Anything can happen this season. All right, Graham Ashcraft's first start, he ended up with a career high 10 Ks. And we got a 1-0 lead. Harrison gonna pop it up, calling on Steer, and then Ashcraft says, "Nah, I got this, bro. I got this." As the drizzle comes down, hopefully it doesn't cause a rain delay. Trey Turner is unfortunately going to walk. Ashcraft does throw hard. A cutter, a sinker. I think he throws a circle change and probably a slider. As Schwarber grounds it the first. Votto gonna say, "I got this, bro. I got this," to end the inning. JT Realmuto batting .304 thus far. Very early in the going, sinker. Oh my goodness, jammed him. Couldn't pull it. As Brandon Marsh comes to the plate here in the third, he's going to chop it up the middle. Ashcraft can't get it, and neither can Newman. It's going to roll all the way to center, and he'll have himself a base hit. All right, Edmundo Sosa at the plate. Hits the cutter into the gap. Oh, my goodness. The harder you throw it, the further it goes. And right fielder's going to throw it back in, and that is going to be a double as they now have runners at second and third for Alec Baum. Hopefully he's not going to drop one on this ground ball to first, and Votto's just going to run it out, run it from second, will advance to third. As Ashcraft looks to avoid giving up a second run. Harrison rips it to left field. It's going to be caught underhanded, and they have to hustle to throw it. It is not going to be in time. That runner is fast. It is quickly 2-2 as we jump to the bottom of the fourth. Runner at first, Castellanos. Slider, rip to right. It's going to bounce, 2 bounces all the way up to the wall. Runner from first is going to come all the way around to score. It is 3-2 Ashcraft. Come on, bro. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Derek Hall is going to smoke one deep to right field, and wow. They have not lost a beat despite the fact Rhys Hoskins got hurt in spring training. Derek Hall with his, I think that's his first home run, right? Come on, graphics team. That's his first home run, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. It counts for a home run. I don't give a damn. It is 5-2. Sosa is going to strike out on the inside cutter to end the fourth. Ashcraft, oh man, you need some run support, bro. All right, hits equal runs, and that's what we got here. 5-2, 5-2. Harrison rips one down the third base line. It's going to roll all the way to left field, and Harrison's going to stay put at a 1-bagger. Good for him. Josh Harrison, very versatile player, plays multiple positions. Oh, look, it's Trey Turner. Damn it. Listen, I thought the Phillies signing Trey Turner for what they did was overrated, and I saw the WBC. And I realized he's a lot better than he's not just a speed guy. Like he can hit for power. He can hit for some power. He can hit for some contact. Ground ball to third. Not going to show it here. Around the horn, we get the double play to get out of basically the halfway point of today's game. Ian Gabot is going to replace Ashcraft, and you know what? I get it. As we look forward to the end, fucking Schwarber hit a home run. Oh boy, 6-2, not out of the woodwork yet, and the offense just can't seem to capitalize any further at this point in time. Comeback, come on, can we get a ninth inning comeback? It's not going to happen. The Phillies would have defeated us 6-2 here in this ball game. Damn shame. Ranger Suarez, player of the game, 7 innings, 2 strikeouts, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. You know what? All in all, I'm going to call it a pretty damn good week. 5 wins in the first portion of it. Ended up losing, but it is all good. Sub to the channel for more. Check out when I live stream the White Sox series or anything else that you'd like to see on this channel. Let me know down below. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.